Trump's former defense lawyer, Alina Habba, who famously said she'd rather people think she's pretty than smart, resigned Monday as acting U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey. Now she'll go back to acting as an attorney. Alina Habba, in case you forgot, is the New Jersey strip mall lawyer who first caught Donald Trump's attention by walking around his Bedminster, New Jersey country club in a bikini. He said, "Boy, do I like the resume on that one." So he immediately hired her to serve as his defense attorney in both the E. Jean Carroll trial, where Trump was accused of sexually assaulting and defaming the plaintiff, and New York State Attorney General Letitia James's civil lawsuit charging Trump with defrauding lenders out of hundreds of millions of dollars. Alina Habba lost both cases for Trump. Pending appeal, Trump now owes E. Jean Carroll close to $100 million. Pending appeal, he owes the state of New York $500 million, although he's probably not going to have to pay that one. So, with that kind of track record, he had no choice but to appoint Alina Habba interim U.S. attorney for the state of New Jersey. I mean, who's more qualified? There are 93 U.S. attorneys around the country. All of them must be confirmed by the Senate. Now, by law, a president can appoint an acting U.S. attorney to serve while awaiting Senate confirmation. That's how it works. You can serve as an acting attorney while waiting for confirmation, but then you can only do that for 120 days. After that deadline expires, the acting U.S. attorney, if they're not confirmed by the Senate, then a panel of federal judges serving in the same district as the acting U.S. attorney, they must vote on whether to renew the acting U.S. attorney's tenure. So in July, when Habba's 120 days were up, a panel of judges said, "What? No." And they chose Desiree Grace, a career prosecutor, to serve as interim acting U.S. attorney pending confirmation from the Senate. So Trump could have still nominated Alina Habba, but she would have had to be confirmed by the Senate, while Desiree Grace, the woman on the right, would serve as interim acting U.S. attorney. And I was really hoping that's how it would go, because then Trump would put Alina Habba up before the Senate Judiciary Committee, and she would share with the world her views on, unitary executive theory, and of course the intricacies of racial versus partisan gerrymandering. Alas, it was not to be. No testimony on whether Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act has outlived its purpose. No testimony from Alina Habba on Humphrey's executor versus United States, and whether a president can fire commissioners sitting on government agencies like the FTC and the FCC. No, Trump decided to cheat the world out of a rigorous colloquy on whether the Constitution is inert or a living and breathing document. No confirmation hearings for Alina Habba. By the way, that's not fur. It's made of choice shavings from Sarah Huckabee's back hair. That's not fur she's wearing. So sadly, Trump deprived us of those hearings. Instead, as he always does, Trump went to court to challenge the court's ruling removing Alina Habba. And last week, the Third Circuit Court of Appeals said, no, of course not. Alina Habba cannot serve. Is she even a lawyer? That's what they said. The law, as I said earlier, specifically says if after 120 days there's no Senate confirmation, then a panel of judges decides, and on Alina Habba, they decided no, because Alina Habba, with all due respect, is an imbecile. Thanks to her lawyering, Trump owes E. Jean Carroll close to $100 million, and the state of New York $500 million. Now, I know the state Supreme Court ruled the $500 million judgment against Trump was excessive. It's being appealed. But by the time she was done representing Donald Trump, Alina Habba put him on the hook for at least $600 million. $600 million. I don't know. Maybe you don't hire an attorney based on how she fills a bikini. What do I know? So, yeah, she's an imbecile. And You're not supposed to have an imbecile as U.S. Attorney for New Jersey. That was in the actual ruling from the judges. They said Alina Habba is an imbecile. Well, they didn't say that, but it was implied. Yeah, sadly, no confirmation hearings. That would have been fun to watch. But I do like the fact that Alina Habba took it upon herself to officially resign from a job she was legally forbidden from holding. She was fired by the courts, so you can't resign from a job that's not yours. The judges never approved her appointment. That would be like me resigning as lead singer for Metallica. I'm not the lead singer for Metallica, so I can't quit the band. Although you are looking at me playing in a Metallica tribute band. We do local church breakfasts and gender conceal parties. Habba will be transferred to the Justice Department in Washington, D.C. as a senior advisor to Attorney General Pam Bondi on federal, state, and local false eyelashes, blush, and bronzer, which I believe was Emil Bove's job before he left the Justice Department to serve as a judge in New Jersey. Well, this is Alina Habba, by the way, on No Makeup Mondays. That's a new tradition at the Trump White House, where women working for Donald Trump once a month have to show up to work on No Makeup Mondays with no makeup so they can learn to feel comfortable with their bodies, and so Donald Trump can call them pigs.